and welcome to Your Mac's Podcast Now. This week, Microsoft unveiled its first beta of Windows 8. More of a teaser, actually. Windows 8 will include class drivers for other devices, such as printers, sensors, touch input devices, and displays. A new human interface device driver will support sensors for heat, light, temperature, pressure, current, and motion, according to Microsoft. This driver could support sensors beyond the norm, too, such as blood pressure monitors, or a device that can sense when a glass is broken, reports PC World. Built-in support for USB 3 means USB 3 devices connected to a Windows 8 machine should have better performance than current third-party drivers can provide. Windows 8 also has a new visual style called Metro, which is also used in Windows 7 phones. So, you'll have the same environment on your desktop as on your smartphone. Even the blue screen of death has gotten a refresh. Remind you of anything? Also, Steve Ballmer took to the stage, noting that there have already been 500,000 downloads of the new operating system since it went live the previous night. We still have a long way to go with Windows 8, Ballmer said. We're retooling all of what we do. There is no phone, there is nothing on the tablet, there is no operating system on the planet that will ship 350 million units of anything other than Windows, Ballmer boasted. Before wrapping up, Ballmer, as he is wont to do, went into his patented monkey dance, chanting, "Developers, developers, developers," calling all to rally around Windows 8. Now, if only Apple could come up with ideas like, "Hey, wait a minute." ZDNet's Jason D. O'Grady reports that developers have an uncanny knack for finding the most obscure tidbits hidden deep within Apple's code. Almost immediately after Apple releases any piece of software, particularly developer betas, overeager developers begin to ritualistically scour its strings looking for hints at what's coming down the road. While Apple's internal developers carefully remove references to unreleased products and features before releasing software, it's virtually impossible to catch all the references, and they occasionally slip out. The result? New properties have been discovered by a developer buried in the framework of OS X Lion's iChat that suggest that iChat would work with iOS's iMessage, which is due to ship in October. iMessage is completely free and what's known as a disruptive service because, like BlackBerry Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and Google+, it completely subverts the overpriced carrier cash cow known as SMS and MMS. An updated iMessage application would further close the gap between iOS and macOS devices and allow them to easily exchange free text messages in real time. It's an obvious service extension for Apple, and Jason expects that the new iMessage-enabled iChat to launch on the same day as the new iOS via a software update. Apple Insider reports that Apple has reportedly informed its AppleCare division to expect an influx of iOS-related inquiries from customers beginning Monday, October 10th, perhaps signaling when the company plans to release iOS 5 to existing device owners. The person could not say with any certainty what will be released on that Monday, but noted that the increase in call volume is related to iOS. This led them to speculate that Apple could release iOS 5 and iCloud on October 10th. While Apple Insider cannot verify the accuracy of the information provided, the tip did include specific detail on call volumes that suggest the details are at least plausible. Apple Insider's Neil Hughes feels that it's unlikely that the October 10th date would coincide with the release of a new iPhone, as Apple has typically issued hardware updates later in the week. However, releasing a major update to iOS a few days before a new iPhone arrives would not be new. Take this date with a grain of salt. The dates October 5th and October 15th have also been bandied about.
There's never been a leader this good for this long, this old, with inventions this bold or this strong. The simplest design set trends and proved wrong. Streamlined every product, the iPod you bought it. These hacks too lazy to innovate. They crazy, they don't try to create, they just trace me. You know what? Soon they forget who they stole their whole style from and try to reverse the iPhone. I'm like, I'm not a hater, the creator with imagination. I drop technology that inspires entire nations. I call up Lucas, I'm big enough to brew it. I'm that focused, plus I knew that Disney wouldn't do it. So the dreams and teams you write about, white them out. It's hard to brag when the iPad's in your mouth. I'm in gray sneakers, I make features, you stay eager. What more can I tell you? Let me spell it for you. S-T-E-V-E. Nobody truer than J-O-B's. And you have to know, the world's best CEO turned chairman, I'm back to finish the board's business up.
What more can I say? What more can I do? I gave this all to you. I know this much is true. What more can I say?
Now you know they love you truly when you drop a new Mac and you perfect the GUI and your code ain't fooey, right? That means those lines they bite must be chewy. Chop that and they gon' get suey. Toast. I don't mean to boast, but damn if I don't flex. Them hackers gon' act like they built OS X. The anti-erotic that serves the new product. Far from a Harvard student, just had the heart to do it. And no, I'm not delaying it. In fact, I'm just playing it. This ain't the release, I'm just QAing it. 1, 2, and I won't stop tweaking it. To tech blogs, stop false leaking it. Back to the product, the multi-touch screen was exotic. Early adopters and their grandma spotted. What up, Waz? They can't shut up jobs. Shut down not even God, I'm a ride. Lord, forgive me for my brash delivery, but I remember vividly what defeat did to me. So picture me letting this board get at me. Fire me and buy my next company. I will literally kiss Bill G in the forehead. Tell PC forgive me, then squeeze out the market till it's dead. I'm not a boutique chop shop. In fact, I got something unique to knock socks off. Young, Steven the God, steady dropping heat. I'm at the Mac keynote, try to cop a seat. I ain't never scared, I'm everywhere, you ain't never there. Google why would I ever care? Pound for pound, I'm the best to ever grow a gray hair. Excluding nobody, look what I embody. The soul of a hustler, the American dream. I rose on my own and made 8 billion in cream. And no, I ain't from parents with whole lots of cash, or live any life well above middle class. And my designs ain't coming and going like pop fads, but the real shit you get when you bust down my passion. Add that to the fact my engineering's built to last. Times that by my influence on computers, communications, entertainment, music, and too much to list. We'll see what happens when I no longer exist.
What more can I say?
And so another week draws to a close in the Magic Apple Kingdom, muchachos y muchachas. I want to thank Dennis Sellers for being this week's op-ed, and I have a couple of new additions that we'll be adding to our roster over the next few weeks, so please stay tuned in. This has been your host, Scarlett Johansson's Left Butt Cheek, reminding you to download, double-click, and drop out.